What's really been annoying about it is the relationship aspect when it comes to Christian rap. Like, how can I build a relationship with you when everything stems off of financial gain? Like, now I will
Okay.
say this: one thing that was so encouraging is when we all met Hulvey.
You're going through life. You're in a better place right now. You did talk about basically rebranding, right? You ended up rebranding, and so you're going from Bishop Chase to government name, of course. And so anybody and everybody who has done any kind of rebranding knows that that crap takes a lot of work because it
Yeah,
is you are starting all the freak over. Like it's
yeah,
all over again. And so you're saying, and Cole was validating in this chat as well, that Bishop Chase was about to pop off. You were doing your thing or whatever. Then life and all of this stuff happened. Put it in the back burner. Now we're sped up to we're in a better place, but we've had to rebrand. And we're in a comfortable place where we're not seeking validation the way that we were in past. What have you learned through this process of having to rebrand and restart and trying to get that acknowledgement, not for your own ego's sake, but acknowledgement for like, hey, look, like this is the work that I've put in. So I'm coming in with more than you guys think I had. So how does that process been for you?
yeah. It's been a crazy process, man. Like, there's a lot of moments of frustration because, man, I was like, if I had a whole album done with Kardik. Kardik's a producer with Reach.
Yep.
He said something to me that has stuck with me. He was so mad at me. He called me, chewed me out back in the day. He was like, I can't believe you're not putting this music out. Like, you're so talented and you're sitting on it. And it was like, almost felt like I was cursed for years. And it's like, he went off to do great things. Marty's kind of blah, blah, blah. So anyway, so
Yep.
now coming to the rebranding stage, there's moments in your mind. You're like, but I was like so close. Can I have an advantage or can I get a little step up a little bit?
Yeah.
But it's also
Yep.
it's been great, man. Competitively growing up playing sports, it's like it's a challenge to myself because it's like, okay, nobody knows me. Bishop Chase is no more. Bishop Chase was a thing. Like,
Mhm.
Bishop Chase is no more. So it's like learn how to create my sound, my brand. It's been great, man. It's been hard. It comes with challenges. But at this point, it's just proving to myself that I can just do it, doing something that I believe God's called me to do in a healthy way. I
Yeah.
think a lot of times new artists come out, they kind of they don't work, they don't have jobs. If they have families, they put them in terrible positions. If you're a new artist, it's okay to have a job and it's okay to make music at the same time. Just want to say
Amen.
that. So anyway, so yeah, just being financially at a place where there's no pressure. There's no pressure for people to like my music because at this point it's like I'm gonna put out what I believe I'm gonna put out, and people are gonna like if they like it, cool.
Mhm.
And I've had good success so far. I mean, it's small, but we're working. The numbers are going up, and so it's just showing me we're doing something right. Because again, I'm coming at a place now where Bishop Chase was almost a character. Now with Chase Cullum, you're actually getting my story. When I'm making music, it's from my heart.
Mhm.
When I'm making music now, it's genuine. And so yeah, it's been a process. It's still annoying. I ain't gonna lie. There's times where you want the fast track, but
Yeah.
what's really been annoying about it is the relationship aspect when it comes to Christian rap. Like,
Okay.
I feel like our genre is just really annoying when it comes to that stuff. I don't know why it is. I've had conversations with I'm really good friends with an artist who's really well known, and we talk about stuff like this. And it doesn't, like, I get it. Like, if my music was really bad and you heard it and you're like, don't mess with it, that's one thing.
Right.
But if
Right.
I send you a song and you're like, yo, that song is fire, bro. Like,
Yeah.
this is dope. I'm like, bro, let's link, let's connect,
Right.
and like let's grow together. Oh yeah, bro, I need 1,500. I'm like, I'm not opposed to you getting paid. I pay my friends. I sow seed into my friends. So
Yeah.
that should show you where
Yeah.
my heart is.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, like, how can I build a relationship with you when everything stems off of financial gain? Like, I will
Mm.
always sow seed into people's time,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, like, if you're rocking with me, you vibe with the message, like music second. Let's connect first. Let's build as brothers in Christ.
Right. Right.
Let's let it evolve naturally, like I said. But it's like it's almost near impossible to develop relationship in today's. Even back then, it was hard, but it's so tough to develop genuine relationship with people where you can grow with them. So that's one thing. That's probably one of the most frustrating things that I'm dealing with now is, You got people like Cole who just has a great heart. Like Cole has
Yeah.
done some amazing things for me. And so, like, I always want to reciprocate that because of what he's done. So you have people like Cole who will go above and beyond for you. And it's like, I just want to get to the place where I meet other people like that, where we can grow and build. And that's been a challenge, man. So, yeah, it
Yeah.
has.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. So what you're saying, um, are you saying that it's hard to get people in this industry to just want to be friends, or are you saying that because like all they're wanting is a business transaction, or are you saying that they're using business transactions to eventually turn into friendships? Like how are you seeing that?
I don't think anyone wants to be friends with you unless you're known. I just think that's a thing. Now, I will
Okay.
say this one thing that was so encouraging is when we all met Holvey and bro was just down to earth, conversated. Because there's not a lot
Yeah.
of people that would do that who's on Holvey's level. That was refreshing to me because I'm like, okay, you got a guy who's on reach and is just like one of the bros. We're talking about Chick-fil-A. We're talking about this. We're just,
It was a good time. Yeah.
we're shooting the shot. And that was
Yeah.
cool, bro. Like, and it wasn't like, hey, Hobie, you want to get on my song? We're kind of connected. It was not, we're not like that. So,
Right.
when it comes to friendships, I know friendships, one thing I'm learning about friendships is it's really hard to develop a friendship.
Yeah.
There takes a lot of effort and time to develop true friendship. Now, I do think you can develop a good relationship where it's like we're friendly with one another, we rock with each other, we support each other.
Mm-hmm.
Just even that, I feel like is really difficult.
Mm.
I feel like a lot of dudes in CHH, I think they look at it business first, ministry second, which that's the way they want to go. That's their decision.
Okay.
But it's just like, just relationship wise, it's because I've paid people, I paid an artist for the biggest feature I did. I paid a lot of money for the feature. The song did really well. And we developed no relationship. And I'm like, man, I feel like we could be like good friends. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I don't even have the opportunity to even chop it up. Cause I'm like, even in the big collab prices, it's like we're not even getting on the phone, chopping it up, like get to know my heart, my story. So
Right.
it's almost like you don't even get that opportunity. So it's like not necessarily that it's like I just want to be best friends with people, but it's like,
Yeah.
yo, if you genuinely like my music,
Right. Right.
then like let's just build relationship, conversate. It's not like, hey, I'm Chase, great music, let's make a song immediately. It's like let's just build relationship, and that's just seems like it's really hard to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, good friend of mine, and actually founder of Oxen, George Moss. He's on tour right now with Toby Mac. He told me when I first got into DJing festivals and traveling around and doing stuff, he's like, man, hey, just give it some time. He goes, the more you run into people,
Mhm.
the more that they're going to want to eventually end up building relationship. And so now obviously I'm not an artist in the sense of like I'm trying to put records together or whatever, right? I'm not trying to record nothing like that, but on that side of thing, I've seen that. I've seen that actually, and I've seen it walked out. I mean, in fact, to be honest, one of the main reasons, and you talking about anxiety and everything else, like George is. If anybody knows George, make sure you guys lift him up in prayer because he's been on OTN. We have an app for the Oxen Team Network, and in there we get to hear some more behind the scenes and exclusive stuff that's going on during the tour. Anybody's welcome to join. We do a lot of different things on there, but he has expressed all these different things and feelings that he's had. But in one of the videos that he had talked about, I thought it was really, really dope that he had talked about how DJ Match, which is the DJ for Toby Mac, had to basically like calm him down because different things, whatever. And he's like, "Hey, listen," he's like, "No, you didn't get called because you're the best singer or best dancer, right?"
Mhm.
But he's like, "But people have been watching you for years. He's been doing this for I think at least 15 years.
Mhm.
You They've been watching you for years, and your character and your consistency, the way that you handle yourself, and the way that you've just been, is why you're here, right?" And the person that he replaced, for the lack of better words, there's a whole health issue going on with him, and so it's not even like on great terms, right?
Right.
So I say all that to say, and with what you said, I'm not disregarding that. I definitely have seen people be really weird with another artist, but me as a DJ, of which that I would say not many people even know about me at all, let alone even just Oxen brand music. However, because I am a DJ though, I've seen them interact with me differently.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's kind of, I've seen both sides of it,
Mhm.
but the side that I've noticed that's a little bit more, I guess, the more optimistic side, where I would say I'm hopeful with the seatbelt of skepticism. Right? Again, the natural born hater with loving grace. So I've seen more people start to really have conversations with me because they've seen me at either 3 or 4 festivals in one summer, then all of a sudden at a camp, then all of a sudden, at this random thing. So I think that constant meetup, especially for men, I mean, guys, we do this all the time. You see somebody once or twice or whatever, you just kind of, do a little head nod. You see them a couple more times, then you're like, hey man, what's up? How you doing? And then you see them again, and all of a sudden you're like, hey man, it's good to see you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you have no conversations, but you've ran into them so many times that you've developed somewhat of a relationship. Now, do you feel like that's any true to you at all? Like I don't know.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I think the problem is like, so I definitely know that would happen. So I feel like if I ran into Holby, I feel like 5 more times, I feel like we could develop a good relationship. I just feel like we connected well.
Yeah.
So, but it's like also having the opportunity to run into, these people. Cause some of the people that I want to connect with aren't like, they're not like the biggest artists. Cause it's like, oh, okay. Like you're up and coming.
Right.
I'm up and coming. Like it's like,
okay.
build,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Cause like, I'm not trying to connect with reach artists and become their friends. Cause it's going to be really difficult. You know what I'm saying? But I do agree with the consistency. Like,
understood.
I do believe like consistency really outrules a lot of stuff. I feel like that you apply that into your life, you're consistent in a lot of things, like you're going to see growth. And so I pray that our culture in CHH, I just think that I just feel like we need to kind of put our walls down a little bit. I feel like we're a little, we just deal with pride. And again, all of us do in different areas, but I just think that obviously with you as a DJ, you have something that they can benefit from. Right. I think a lot of artists look at you and they're like, oh yeah, maybe one day he can help me with stuff. And then for me, it's like, what could you benefit from? It's like, and again, if you think my music's trash, there's really not a whole lot of bass. I mean, we connect on you love Jesus, I love Jesus.
Right.
But if it's like, oh no, you're genuinely dope and you love Jesus, there's common ground for us to just build. And like I said earlier, I'm allowing God to open those doors because I was frustrated. I know Cole and I talk about this. Cole has, had his moments of things that are like, yeah, bro, I feel him. Like Cole's out there. He's at those festivals, meeting those people.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, you know what? It's never going to work out in my favor when I force it. So I'm allowing God to formulate those relationships, and the right relationships are going to form. I don't want to get someone on a song just to get numbers, because I've done that and it didn't do anything for me other than a couple people know who Chase Cullum is now. But I'm gonna allow God to do that and try to minimize that. Like I don't want things to frustrate my musical journey now, because that just adds hindrances for no reason.
Hey, if you liked any of this content and you found some value in it, make sure that you like, subscribe, and of course, share it. Also, if you're interested in some more, go ahead and check out these videos. Till next time, grace and peace. Adios.